A lot of people ask me, how big a screen should I really buy? But you know what? That's just a partial question. The entire question that you need to ask is that how big a screen should I buy from the position where I sit from my screen? Now, whether the screen is TV or a projector screen, if you buy a very small size, you are going to have a very underwhelming experience. At the same time, if you buy a very big screen size for the room, then you are not going to have a very comfortable viewing experience. So that's why in this video, I am going to help you understand how does the screen size and the viewing distance equations really work. So why does the viewing distance and the screen size calculation really play a very crucial role in giving you the perfect experience? Well, for that we have to understand it with a small example. Now imagine that you bring in a nice 55 inches TV in a 14 feet viewing distance room. What is going to happen? Well, your TV is going to make you feel flat. Okay, it is not going to give you the cinematic scale as your sound is going to probably match with it. And at the same time, you will feel overpaid to buy a nice 55 inches TV, yet not getting the final desired output of a great home cinema experience. Now let's look at the other scenario. Let's say you buy a nice 150 inch screen for the same 14 feet viewing distance and you add a nice cool projector with it. Now what are the chances that you will still have a great experience? Well, to be honest, none. Because when you buy a big screen, the subtitles and the fast motions can become uncomfortable to view from a distance of 14 feet. At the same time, some people in the room can feel the image viewing experience very fatiguing. They would be like, just take away the screen and let me enjoy it on my small TV. So overwhelming experience is not immersive experiences. And that is why you need to know what is the right fit for the viewing distance and for your screen size. Now, how do you balance this particular objective? Now, to do that, you need to know something called as the viewing angle. And viewing angle plays a very crucial role. It means that from your vision or from your seat, what is the field of vision or field of view where you know that, okay, this kind of screen size looks perfect and works perfectly fine for your eyes and for the viewing distance. And that is exactly where the standards start coming into play. Well, so what are these viewing angle standards? Well, there are so many institutions who have been doing this study of the right screen size and the viewing distance calculation that they have created their standards based upon the viewing angle. So the first viewing angle or the first standard that we are going to explore is the SMPTE Standard. Now SMPTE stands for Society of Motion Pictures and Television Engineers. These people are more into television sets along with few bits of screens as well. But what matters is the viewing angle. Now the viewing angle that the SMPTE recommends is 30 degree, which means that for a 30 degree viewing experience, you will definitely have a comfortable screen size. It is not going to be overwhelming. It is not going to be very big. At the same time, it is going to be extremely easy for your eyes, which is good, but it does not work for everyone. If you're looking for a nice cinematic experience, there's another standard which is called as the THX Standard. Now THX has a viewing angle of 40 degree, and we all know that THX in speakers or even in the video segment has been one of the primary factors for giving you nice home cinema experience or even commercial cinema experiences. So that is where the THX 40 degree viewing angle seems to give you a bigger screen size. Now this can work for dedicated cinema rooms, even for media rooms, and at times for bedrooms. Now apart from these two standards, there is one more standard which is called as the CEDIA RP 22 standard. Now RP22 is more of an audio recommendation guide that we all follow here at TappAV, but they also have certain video guidelines given in their document. And that video guidelines mentions that in today's time, when you're looking at a CinemaScope screen or a CinemaScope image or a content on a 16:9 screen as well, the viewing angles are going beyond 40 degrees too. And that is why the CEDIA RP22 mentions an angle of anywhere between 44 to 45 degree as a decent viewing angle to have an extremely immersive home cinema experience. Now, these angles are again different for different formats. If you're looking for a nice comfortable screen, you can stick to the SMPTE standard. If you're looking for a little bit of immersive experiences from the primary seats, then go ahead with the THX standard. And if you're looking for an ultimate cinematic experience with more immersion, then definitely you can consider to stretch up to 44 to 45 degrees as the viewing angle. Now, most of the calculators today that you would find online are giving you a single line answer. Now, this single line answer is not fit for all because it does not address the real world problems. The real world problems that we all face in different scenarios for each and every client of ours is that what is the room size, what is the room depth, how many people are going to be sitting in that room, are we looking for a OTT binge watching serious movie night or gaming as an application. The next question is about the screen aspect ratio, and lastly, how much is the tolerance for an immersive experience for your eyes. So all of these questions play a crucial role in identifying the right screen size. Now I am going to run you through a simpler version of a calculator where you can literally play around with the angles and you can find the right fit. Now this screen calculator you can find on our website, that too right on top. So the screen calculator is where you need to head to, and inside that screen calculator you will see two choices. The first choice is calculating the screen size. Now this is a perfect fit for most of you who do not know what is the screen size, but they do know that they are sitting at a particular distance from the screen wall. The second choice is for those of you who already have got a TV size or a screen size fixed up in their mind, or they must have even bought it, but they don't know that where should they sit to really enjoy that screen size. So based upon your selection, you can jump between the calculate screen size and the calculate viewing distance as an option. Now I'm going to start with the most commonly used tool, which is the calculate screen size tool, because I am creating a new house where I have got a nice 14 by 20 feet room, and I do not know that from the viewing distance, which is typically going to be at around 18 feet, what is the screen size I need to look at. So I'm just going to put in the viewing distance out here, and when I go down, you can see that the recommended screen size is almost 180 inches. Now this is where you need to be cautious and you need to see as to what is the viewing angle or what are the quick presets that we have used. So the first is the THX. Now the reason why we have put THX as the first one, because we feel that home theater is what we do here at TappAV, and most of you are building your theaters as well. So the 40-degree angle works fine for most of you guys. In case you are putting it in the living rooms or in the bedrooms where you feel that you cannot afford to have big screens due to multiple sitting areas, due to multiple sitting locations, then in that case you can opt for a 30-degree viewing angle. Now the moment I jump to 30 degrees, what has happened? You can see that the screen size at the bottom has changed from 180 inches to 133 inches. That is how big a difference of 10 degrees is. Almost close to 50 inches in diagonal. Now, if I go into CEDIA standard, which is 44 degree, now for the same 18 feet of viewing distance, it recommends me to go up to 200 inches diagonal. Now that's insane, right? 200 inches diagonal screen requires me to have a 16 feet wide wall and a 9 feet clear height. Now that is definitely not possible in today's standard apartment sizes. So that is where even if it recommends me 200 inches, the practicality of it is not possible. Now, how do you know what are the right screen sizes in terms of the height and width? Because the diagonal is what is mentioned here. That is where if you scroll down, you can find the three columns of diagonal, width, and height. This is exactly where you can start understanding that for the given screen size, according to your practical conditions on site or in your room, whether you can accommodate the width of the screen and the height of the screen. Forgive me for the wrong numbers. The width of a 200 inches is 175 inches, and the height is close to 98.2, which is 8 feet and 2 inches. Now, this with the CEDIA standard. If I want to customize it, let's say I don't want to take my risk between SMPTE and THX, so I would settle in on an average of 35 degree. So when I put that, then I get a screen size of 156. Now, if I'm creating a theater room for multiple seats, and if I want to consider both the average of the front row and the back row, I can play around with the viewing angle and accordingly come to a conclusion of the screen size. Now, again, the screen size will tell you the width and the height, which I can practically again measure on my side or in my room and come to a conclusion whether it works for me or no. Now, apart from this angles and the viewing distance, the other thing that you can find on the website is that we have given you three formats. 16:9, which is one of the most commonly used home theater ratio format. The second is the 2.35:1 cinemascope screen format. Now cinemascopes have got different calculations, different viewing angles. So all of that will have a different impact on your screen size. Similarly, 4:3, which was more like a practical box kind of old aspect ratio, not much in use, but yeah, if anybody needs it, you can again refer to that. So I would stick to, let's say, CinemaScope in this case. Now, CinemaScope has got a wide format where the diagonals is 150, close to 150, but the width is more and the height is less. So this is the difference between the 16:9 and a 2.35:1 as the aspect ratio, and it is again going to affect the screen size that you are going to buy. Now let's look at the other option, that is calculate the viewing distance option. Now this works great for people who already have the screen or who know what is the screen size that they want to buy. So let's say I am decided that I want to buy a nice ultra short throw projector in my living room with 100 inches UST ALR fixed frame screen. Now this 100 inches screen, I am going to use it from a viewing angle of, let's say, 40 degree. So what is the distance that it tells me? Well, it tells me 10 feet. So 10 feet is the recommended viewing distance for a 40-degree viewing angle to achieve a 100 inches screen. Similarly, if I choose the viewing angle to be 30 degrees, which is a little less so that it is comfortable for everyone in the living room, then it tells me that I need to sit at a distance of 13.5 feet. Now, if you give these numbers to your architects, to your interior designers, they can start planning for your space and that entire layout accordingly. So that is why these numbers are extremely crucial, and you can actually start your entire journey of building a dream AV setup with these numbers. Now, again, a CEDIA angle would be different. It will give you a different viewing distance. If you want to find the width and the height, the columns are below. But there's one big disclaimer that we have put in both these calculations. And this tells you that this calculation are generally meant for cinema rooms or for someone who has got a moderate level immersion tolerance. If you have got it low, if you've got it high, the things can change for you. And that is why it is also recommended that you connect with our experts to get the right advice. Now, if all of this was easy for you to understand, then the only thing that is left now is to start using that tool. And to do that, I'm going to leave you with the link that is shared in the comments as well as in the description. So next time, if anybody asks you that, hey, I want to buy a TV, but I do not know what is the screen size I need to buy, feel free to share this link with them and make sure you make that difference in their lives as well. Thank you so much for watching. I, Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theatre wale bhaiya, will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.